In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Face channel. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Jasha Vann, and he's 15-0 in combat sports, 8-0 in MMA. This is our first time we've ever done anything like this. We're sponsoring his hat. We got a hat, and I'm really excited to have this guy on. He fights this weekend, Saturday. Jasha, man, are you there?
How you doing, my man?
Woo! Also, Flopping Groper's here. Flopping Groper here. All right, well, screw him. Anyways, I'm excited to have you on, dude.
No, I'm excited to be here, my man.
Yeah, dude.
Crypto Face, the real deal.
Oh, man. You the real deal, man. You the real deal.
Hey, real recognize real. That's what they say, right?
For sure, bro. I definitely want to say, like, most people in most things, whether it's a job or like a sport, like they suck or they're boring. And, you know, I get hit up with like a lot of marketing opportunities and sponsoring things, and most of it's garbage. But, you know, when you guys reached out and I checked out, I was like, hell yeah, I knew like instantly, just by your stance and how you, like you're an intelligent, and
Thank you.
and I recognize a lot of strengths. There's also a couple little things that you know, we're gonna chat. Couple things that like I think maybe you should look out for. We need to look out for, because I used to wrestle, bro, and I was always an intelligent. But we'll get into that. And so first off, I don't know.
Well, it's an intelligent man's sport. That's where people get it twisted.
Yeah, rather than being like a brute.
Exactly. That's more of the football. That's more of the, you know what I mean? With this is a game of inches. You really have to have a sharp mind to be in this, or you got to get out.
So, have you been in like martial arts your whole life, dude? Like, tell us where you're from.
Definitely.
Want to know everything. Like, how did you get started in martial arts? Where did Jasha Vann start?
Definitely. Well, I was born and raised in Newark, Delaware. Okay, so my dad was actually a professional athlete. He played for the Patriots and the Redskins. You know, and after his career ended, he had a hip replacement. He fell back on his degree. He became a principal. You know, so I grew up with a professional athlete as a father who also had the smarts. You know, so even though I'm in this, he always stressed the importance of being a Renaissance man. You know, you can't just be good at one thing. Nobody survives in this day and age just being good at one thing. You know, so even though he played football, he always stressed the importance that I diversify. You know, and that's why I was excited to get you as a sponsor, just because that's what we need to be doing financially, of course. You know, but he started putting me in karate as young as 6 and 7, and I met the Green Ranger, and it was a lock since then, man. I was hooked.
Where'd you meet? You met the Green Ranger, the Power Ranger somewhere?
Yeah, I think it was Tom. I think it was Tommy. You know, at American Martial Arts, I'm at American Karate Studios right here in Newark, Delaware. And you know, ever since then, some people let go of their dreams, and some people just have the determination and tenacity to keep following it. You know, and I never let it go, and here we are.
That's really real. That's like when you're a little kid. And so did you meet like the actual actor?
Oh yeah.
Is it Jason David Frank? That's what the
I believe it was. I believe it was.
David Frank,
yeah, man.
Is he a martial arts dude too?
Yeah, man.
What? Really?
Yeah, he was the real deal, you know? So it's just like that made a huge impact on me as a kid, you know? I grew up watching Bruce Lee movies, and, you know, it was always, I remember watching, I think it was Game of Death, where Bruce Lee, he goes off to the tournament, and it's the baddest dudes in the world, and they're all fighting using their martial arts. And even though Bruce Lee is this small dude, just with his skill and his smarts, he's taking out all these bigger guys. And I just remember thinking, even as a kid, like, man, if that ever existed, that's what I would do. And then, you know, lo and behold, now it's here.
All right. Did you
You know, now
wrestle?
it's the fastest growing sport in the world.
I know you had to wrestle, right? Did you wrestle in high
Oh
school?
yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
What? How would you summarize your wrestling career?
It was all right. I think I ended up 4th or 5th in the state when I was a senior.
That's really good.
I was also I was also playing football at the time, lacrosse. That was a moment in my life where I wasn't putting everything into my wrestling. I look back at that and I go, wow, man, if I put as much dedication as I do now into my martial arts, I definitely would have been state champ. I definitely would have went on. But that was at a point where, you know, I wasn't really sure where I was going to go off. But as soon as I put that aside, I went all into the martial arts. You know, I went all into fighting, and I've been undefeated ever since.
With wrestling, if you just wrestled, you know, folk style, and you're able to place in state, I mean, that's really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I know me, like wrestling, that was it. Like I went into high school wanting to play soccer. I was a soccer player, and yeah, with wrestling, I mean, like normally you have to dedicate year round, you know, wrestle freestyle and everything.
Definitely.
And so that's good that you placed. Any boxing, man? What about boxing, karate? What are
Oh yeah, I mean, I've always boxed. I've never actually competed in boxing. That's something I'm looking to get into, of course. I want to actually compete as a pro boxer. I've got K1 kickboxing fights. I've got ordinary kickboxing fights. You know, the point is, if you want to be remembered in combat sports, you can't just do one thing. When I leave this, I want to leave a legacy. You know, I want people to, 20 years from now, I don't want them to be able to talk about this generation without bringing up Jasha. That's my goal.
So, right now, you're like right kind of, I don't want to say a step below, but like you're not in the UFC, but you're on like the UFC Fight Pass and stuff. Like, what's kind of your goal? What are you aiming for? Like, do you want to really be? You want to be in the UFC? Do you want to?
Oh, we're aiming for a world championship, man. We're aiming for a world championship at the highest level. You know, I'm still a young guy. I haven't reached my prime yet.
How old are you?
But I'm 26. Just turned 26.
All right.
Just turned 26. A fighter's fighting prime is around 30 to 34.
30, 34.
Yep. So right now where we're at, we're in a good spot. You know, we're undefeated. And like you said, we're right under the highest level. I have a contract with CFFC. If I make it through this contract undefeated, we're looking for the big call.
How many fights you said you have on your contract?
It's a 3-fight contract, and my first one on the contract is going to be this Saturday at the Hard Rock, Atlantic City. And it's a great card, huge card, and I got a lot of people coming out to support me. I'm going to go, and I'm just glad to have you as a sponsor, man. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Oh, yeah. So, tell us about this guy that, I don't even remember his name, something Rizko. What do we know about this dude? What have you studied from him?
Ryan Rizko. He's a Renzo Gracie fighter. You know, he's going to be looking to go in there, probably swing a little, and then he's going to look to try to catch me in some sort of submission or a takedown or something like that. But we're ready for him, man. You know, we've been preparing. His record is 6-2. 6-2. He's the 3rd ranked in New Jersey. So he's going to be the hometown boy, but that's why we're bringing a whole bunch of people. We got the support, we got the sponsors, you know, so his hometown credentials aren't going to mean anything by the time we show up.
About to whoop his ass. You seem like the type of guy that like you can actually feed off the energy. Like some people, like having the crowd rooting for you, like that gives you a feeling that like it gives you mad energy. But some people can pull the same type of energy from getting booed.
Definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. It's a, you know, you got to be a Mace Windu out there. You know, you got to be a balance with the light and the dark side of the Force, is what I like to say. You know what I mean? You need that purple lightsaber because things aren't always going to go your way. So you have to draw from either side. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But it's just like the classic spirit bomb in Dragon Ball Z, if you guys are familiar with that. You know, you're taking the energy of all the people that have inspired you and helped you and looking up to you, and you're taking that, you're making it one big burst, and you walk away with that win.
Man,
But some
you
people
look
can't
like
do
you
it.
should be on Dragon Ball Z. I'm looking at you right now in the video. I'm like, dang, about to spear bomb this motherfucker.
Exactly, man.
About to
Exactly.
whoop this boy's ass. Whoop that white boy. Whoop that white boy.
Well, you know,
Breaking up on me, buddy.
hello, you there?
Try saying something.
Crypto?
We're having a little technical difficulties, people. Yeah, you're still like super muffled.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. So like
He's
I said,
fighting February for all of us just joining us this weekend. I believe it's Saturday night. Is it Saturday?
Saturday night. Saturday
three
night.
Days. We got 3 nights, folks, and our boy's gonna go in there. We're gonna whoop some ass. He's gonna have
Hell yeah.
the crypto face hat on when he's walking out. He's gonna have it when his hand is raised. I'm excited. I can't wait. Now we are going to have a watch party. Now I'm not gonna probably be able to stream the fight because I'll get suspended for 3 months. We don't want to go through that again. But
No,
I'm gonna have the link in the description where you too will be able to watch the fight live, and we're all gonna fucking, you know, he might not be able to hear us, but we're gonna be there in spirit, and
I'ma feel
we're
you
gonna be
guys.
going nuts. I love, I've been in a fair share of fights myself, but I love rooting for my homies in a fight. Like I turn into a fucking jumping chimpanzee.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice,
So,
nice.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Just tell all your supporters, some all my supporters, man. Just send that positive energy. You know, what I mean, I'll harness it out and put it on the board.
Now, I don't want to necessarily. Well, I kind of want to ask you, like, what do you think maybe your weaknesses are? But I guess that's kind of like, you know, you're at a stage in your career where like you want to you guys sandbag, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't want to do like here's what like my here's what I'll say. Sometimes I know, and I'm not saying you have this problem, but like when you are an intelligent fighter and like you're a counter guy like Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd's my fucking, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes like you won't be aggressive when you should be. You know,
Yeah.
And that's like that's an issue. I remember that I had sometimes where it's like, you know, you sometimes just gotta have that mean bone and fucking go at it when it's time to go at it. You know.
Oh yeah.
And push the pace. I'd say I think sometimes you did look a little and I've only seen a few of your fights. Like I know you guys don't release actually the majority of your footage, right?
Yep. Yes, correct.
But you know, the gas tank, sometimes you look when you got those big muscles, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, man, I feel you. Yeah, I'm actually fighting a lot leaner nowadays. You know, I'm a lot leaner. A lot of those fights online, they're older fights, you know. So the evolution is always continuing. Like we said, we're always trying to be on the cutting edge of things. We're always better. We're always looking to evolve, you know.
Damn, you got these ring girls kissing on you and shit, bro. You're fucking living the dream, bro.
Yeah, man, it's all about a process.
What weight class are you in?
155. 155. And as I get older, as I get more experience, I'm actually fighting at a lower weight than I wrestled in high school. because with the experience comes, you know, you begin to learn more. Things begin to come easier to you. So now my nutrition is better than it's ever been. My rest is better than it's ever been. My training is better than it's ever been. And we're only going to go up, man. We're only going to go up from here. Now I got the right sponsors. I got the right management. I got the right people around me. You know, and loyalty has always been a big thing to me. You know, we've been training primarily out of small gyms just here in Delaware. So I can't even imagine what we're going to look like when we finally get to that bigger stage, you know?
What, like, major kind of, like, MMA names do you have in Delaware? Like, is there any recognizable gyms that are out there?
Just me, man. Just mine,
Word.
honestly. Yeah, there's only been one UFC fighter to ever from Delaware to ever be in the UFC. His name was Dean Thomas, but he actually born in Wilmington, but he actually moved away from Wilmington to Florida when he was about 12 years old before he even started training. So that doesn't necessarily count, you know. So no, there's never been a born and raised fighter who's actually made it to that level from Delaware. So you know, I mean, we're just trying to rep. We're trying to put this, you know, we're trying to put our gym on the map, man.
Alrighty, that's fucking cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You also do your, you know, you have a YouTube channel which I watched.
Definitely.
I just, you know, you're a guy in our community. You're a fighter that's worth supporting. You're not just some random tomato can, you know.
Exactly. Yep.
I think Anderson Silva took a dive in the third round. People are giving me shit that he's 43 years old and whatnot. And I think he's going to dive again. I think he's going to dive. God, who did he say he wanted to face next fight or something?
Nick Diaz.
Is that what they're talking about?
They're talking Nick Diaz or Connor. They're talking Nick Diaz or Connor in Brazil for him.
Yeah, I feel like Connor, I feel like he'd be whooping that old man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like Israel Adesanya hasn't fought in that brute yet, you know? Like,
yeah,
Gaslam or whatever. Yep. I feel like
they're still giving him favorable matchups. Definitely. Anyway. They're trying to build their star right now with him. They're not trying to throw him to the wolves just yet. You could say they threw him to the wolves with Silva, but we all knew that was Silva's getting up there. He's getting up there, and we all know that stylistically that was a good matchup for both of them.
Yeah, dude, I just can't wait for this shit, man. It's 3 days away.
3 days.
Do you have to, like, cut weight at all, or?
Well, I've been on weight, man. Like I said, my nutrition is on point. You know, I'm pretty much stopped eating meat. You know, I'm getting my protein from other sources. You know, my nutrition is, it's come a long way. You know, I know this guy. Looked at his other posts, and I've looked at his Instagram. I know he's cutting weight. I know he's going to be a little bit heavier in there, but it's gonna take away for a lot of his energy, his weight cut. You know, I'm already here. I'm here and I'm ready.
So he's got to cut a bunch of weight.
He's gonna have to cut some weight. Most of his fights are at 160 or 165. You know, so that being said, I'm not afraid to go in there and beat up a bigger guy. You know, the last guy I fought, he's fighting at 190 now. So he was a big boy. So my brother's also a heavyweight, and I train with him constantly. So the size means nothing to me.
Is he your little brother?
Older.
Okay, so your brother, so he's older brother. All right.
He's my older brother, but he just had his first fight, first round knockout. It's in the genetics, man.
Was that the one that I showed on my YouTube channel?
Yep. And that was the scariest 5 minutes of my life because for once I wasn't in control. I'm used to being in control, but when you go out there, you're just by yourself, you know? But he pulled it off. He got the first round knockout, man. It's just hard work. It's hard work out here, you know? And we're doing...
What's your training schedule like, man? How long do you have you when did this fight, when did you know this fight was going to happen? Like how long do you have to prepare?
I've only known about this fight for a little more than a month, but you know, it was such a big opportunity. I jumped right on it, man. You know, Like you said before, my YouTube channel, I was working on that. I was trying to get that up. You know, I had a basement flood, you know, so I lost a lot of the equipment. So it's looking a little sketchy right now. So I was focusing on that. But then I got the call and I said, let's do it, man. We're not going to pass up these big opportunities. You snooze, you lose.
Now, how did your basement flood? Because it's you know, how did your basement flood? Was there a fucking storm, or did you have a plumbing?
Oh my goodness.
Explode?
Yep, our sub pump just went out, and I woke up. I rolled out of bed, and I was standing in 3 feet of water, man. It was crazy. And my basement is a bedroom, it's a studio, and a gym. So it destroyed all my equipment. So we're just trying to get it back up right now.
Man, that sucks.
But it's coming. It's coming. We're going to be producing quality content soon, and you know they're not going to be able to stop us at a certain point. You know, they're going to look back at everything we've put out, our combined records, and the content, and man, we're just going to be on our way to the top. UFC is going to give us a call eventually, sooner or later.
Now, did you have a chance? And I could be wrong about this quote. Were you gonna be on like the UFC fighting show or something like that, or were they?
I'm looking to be on the Contender Series. So people who are signed with CFFC, my promotion, they usually roll them right into the Contender Series. So I'm looking to get on that Contender Series right after this big win.
Who else came from the CFFC? Daniel Cormier.
A lot of people, man. Actually, Daniel Cormier, Ronda Rousey, Diego Sanchez, all those people came from King of the Cage. But I also have the King of the Cage belt. So I was the King of the Cage amateur champion, and that really brought all of them in. Oh yeah.
King of the Cage, man, was big. They're like all over the place, man. They're pretty decent sized promotion.
Yep. And I actually have a clause in my contract where I could still fight for them if I want to. You know, now that I got the right management, they hooked me up with the right contract. So I'm still affiliated with King of the Cage and CFFC.
What do we got to do to bet on this fight? Do I have to have a guy there to phone a friend and,
I'm actually,
what are the odds?
I'm actually trying to figure that out now. I don't know if they're not telling me.
Man, we need that.
I am, man. I don't know if they're not trying to tell me as much info because I'm a fighter, but I actually have people looking into it. I know the legislation was just passed, but to answer your question before, the man who's taken on John Jones, in a few months, he was actually a CFFC fighter. You know, there've been a lot of people.
Is that his name?
There've been
Anthony Smith.
Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a CFFC champ. There's been a lot of guys, I'm right outside the big promotion. I'm right on track, and man, they can't stop us now.
So this, so is this your first contracted fight in the CFFC, or have you been in it? Okay, sweet. So we're going in there. We're gonna whip this dude's ass. We're gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah. I like the energy.
Are we gonna
definitely?
Hopefully not. Are we gonna? Well, I don't want to say anything that's going to self-incriminate anyone, but yeah, man, if you come out, that first impressions, bro, first impressions.
Exactly.
So if anything, come out, pull out a few tricks, then maybe sandbag the next one, and then the third one you go with a bang, you know.
Hell yeah, you already know the tactic.
No, you go 100% every time. Fuck it. They can study the film. Dude, they used to always say, my thing was outside single, bro. I had the best outside single in the fucking. I'm not going to say how big of an area. Pretty big area, bro. And everyone would say, I'd tell them, they know, so I'm going to pick that back right or your back left, and they'd see fuck still hit it, bro. I'd still hit that shit.
Exactly, man. I got a bag of tricks. He's not going to know what's coming. I got a bag of tricks. And honestly, I got a bag of tricks that people haven't seen because these guys haven't made me pull them out yet. You know, if I can beat you with a straight 1-2, I'm not going to throw a wheel kick until you make me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna keep my cards. I keep my cards low. You know, I got a poker face, but there's more beneath the surface than what these guys think. There's more beneath the surface than what I show. I'm like an iceberg. Feel me?
Are you? About the Titanic, these motherfuckers.
Exactly. We're
Now,
going JP Morgan on these motherfuckers.
in the CFFC, do you have to wear those fucking shin guards, or are you gonna be actually able to throw
No,
some
no,
kicks?
no, no. My first fight for CFFC was my first fight ever. That was an amateur fight. That's when I had to wear the shin pads. Now the shin pads are off. I hate those shin pads. It's like you're wearing all these pads. It's like you're watching two dogs fight with muzzles on. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but it's like I could just tell it takes out the kick. You know, like when you're
Exactly.
kicking, I'm like he's not kicking hard. He's just like kicking more of like almost for range. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. It's
it
for
makes him look
balance
kind
and
of
range.
gassed. And I'm like, but those things are fucking, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. And we were actually before MMA was even legal, in New York, I was actually taking my girlfriend up there and she was competing up in New York. No shin pads, elbows, back when it was sketchy. So I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, so it's just nice to finally be on that level where we can throw everything.
You look like I'm watching you in this bottom position, and you look comfortable. You look like you know what you're doing, which is good.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
good jiu-jitsu. How's your jiu-jitsu and
Oh yeah, definitely, man. The thing about my bottom game is I love training from the bottom. I love it. But the only thing is it doesn't look good for the judges.
right? Yeah.
When you're on bottom, they just assume you're losing.
You're
So I have a
losing
lot of
points, yep.
tricks. Exactly. I have a lot of tricks from the bottom that I work in practice, that I work in training all the time. But I'm only gonna whip those out if you earn a takedown and put me on the ground. Besides that, I'm not gonna jump into your guard. You know what I mean? But I love training off my back. But just in the fight, you know how the judges are. The judges can be so easily swayed just by jeers and yelling that you don't even want to be on the bottom. You just want to control. You want to take the dude out as quick as possible.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, dude. And like I said, I wouldn't just
Definitely.
do this with any tomato can.
Definitely.
Your
And
brother's
I'm
fucking
excited to have a
exciting watch
sponsor,
too,
man.
and
I'm
so.
excited to have a sponsor I can get behind. You know what I mean? I really like what you stand for.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten a few offers from a few shady people, a few people that I don't really agree with what they're doing. So I've turned those down. But when I saw you, I was like, man, this is a perfect fit.
Couple drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? Couple.
Yeah,
The local prospects, you know what I'm saying?
Some of those corner dudes around the corner,
You got a sponsor. It's like 4th Street and Fairfax.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you have any other sponsors right now, or is it just me and the hat?
No, I have a few other. They got on the banner, but I'm gonna let them do their own thing.
Cool.
It's all about you right now.
Oh,
My main man. You're the only one interviewing me, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep it at that.
Yeah, fuck them. So you're on a crypto channel. I mean, I don't. As far as I know, I mean, have you dabbled in crypto or not yet? Or it's probably better.
I have dabbled in it a little bit, but just watching the few things that I've seen off of your page, I realize I got to change up my strategy. I realize I've been doing a few things wrong. That's why I'm excited to
Don't.
Yeah,
Don't do. Nah, I guess the thrill of time to start doing it now is a pretty good time because it's low, like even if it goes down more, but overall, like in my opinion, you'd still get a fucking traditional IRA. You said you're what, 26?
26.
If you put $5,000 a year into an IRA, you'll have $750,000, $800,000 waiting for you when you're 65, and you would have contributed like $200,000, and so that shit's the most fucking important first.
Exactly.
And so like an IRA is good. Yeah, obviously you always want to like own property and shit, but almost. Like also, if you own like a house or something, like that money's tied up. It's not liquid. You can't really move it. And so some would argue that owning property early, like you're better off renting and having your money do something else useful for you.
Exactly. And that's why I'm excited to get with you, because once these paychecks start coming, I want to make sure I'm making the right decisions, you know. Because
Yeah,
a lot of
bro.
these fighters, you see Chuck Liddell still fighting, getting knocked out at his age, and you just wonder, he's gotta need the money. And then you wonder, why does this guy need the money?
Mm.
You know, it's just bad decision making. It's
Well,
gotta be.
fuck, and like I mean, I guess it's also hard for you. He's made enough money, you know, to like, you know, be able to do stuff, but like it's hard for fucking fighters to really make good money, bro. I'm glad they're on ESPN. Like I think that was a
Oh
good move.
yeah,
ESPN needed it too. Like they
definitely.
fucking finally made a move where like they got back to this like little liberal bitch fucking type corner. And so yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely. It was a good move for them.
what else do you do, bro, outside of, you know, being a fighter? You know, what do
Oh
you
yeah,
do,
man.
bro? What's the fucking non-killer Joshua Vann like?
Well, I'm actually I'm artist, but most importantly, I'm a amateur hypnotist. You
Ooh.
know, so oh yeah. So
You
it goes
regressing
deep,
these
my man.
bitches, bro? You be putting
Oh
these
man,
bitches in
you already
regression?
know. You already know.
Bitch, lay down. We about to tap into some shit.
Exactly, man. So, and that actually came about with training with my brother. I sustained an injury one time, and I was pretty much I couldn't train for about 3 months, and it was a time where all my friends were working as a counselors at a summer camp, and I couldn't go, so I was pretty much just alone for 3 months, unable to train. And I said, you know what, I'm going to hit the books. I'm going to teach myself something that I've always wanted to know, and lo and behold, man, I got it now.
So
You know,
what
so
have you used your hypnotism skills? Like, what is benefit? Like, if I was back in college, I would take psychology in a heartbeat.
oh yeah,
That shit's always, um,
yeah, definitely.
So like, what has it taught you? You know, do you fuck with your opponents? Do you hypnotize motherfuckers in the stare down?
I see these things like Connor going on with a world tour with Jose Aldo before he knocked him out, and that was just the mind games. That was great.
Mm.
So I mean, I would love at a certain level to be able to do some of that stuff, but at this level, I'm not exposed to these guys really until the day before. But a lot of it is self hypnosis on myself. Putting myself in the
There you
right
go.
mind state.
Yep.
You know,
That was some real shit.
getting.
Real shit
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Smoke
And
to that one, folks. Smoke.
oh hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. And Mike Tyson was just on the Joe Rogan Experience, actually talking about how he was hypnotized as a kid. You know what I mean? So all these signs are telling me, hey man, you're on the right track. So yeah, I'll put myself into a light trance. When I need to learn something, when I need to alter my behavior or my mood, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people are scared of it. They think it's like voodoo, or but
Mm-hmm.
you look at the top athletes, you look at the top performers in any field. A lot of them are using these techniques. You know what I mean?
I guess his dude was about to slap this girl's ass on the fucking. Did you see that? On the fucking
Oh shit!
scene. Like I just ended it. I remember that. I remember when I first watched that video. Dude slapped her ass. Fuck. What else? I was gonna say something else too. I don't remember what it was. I'm having a nice little cocktail. We're having a good time.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Keep the vibes going.
What else are we gonna fucking talk about? Is my brother here? Flopping Groper, are you there? All right.
Oh man, he's flapping somewhere, man.
Yeah, man.
He's having too good of a time.
Yep, he's we got our brotherly thing going like you guys got your brotherly thing going. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So like what are your favorite fucking like if you had to pick like 3 specialties, what would it be? Like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing?
Well, I would love to get into more judo. I would love to get into more. Yeah, I would love to get into more judo. It's all the things that interest me are always the things that are unknown. So I'm always looking for a new teacher and something that I haven't seen, because we're at the state of martial arts now where there's 1,000 different techniques, so you're always looking for something to up your game,
Who are
you know,
your
but at the
favorite
same
fighters?
time,
Sorry to cut you off.
ooh, well, of course, man. And I grew up loving Anderson, you know. Anderson was the man. I have posters of him all around. Real fighters, that's different. You know, of course, I grew up loving Bruce Lee, you know. Bruce Lee is one of my idols. You know, his philosophy
For sure.
was something I could really get behind, you know. But yeah, man, pretty much Connor's the man. Connor's got to be the man. You know, Connor's the man. But
For sure.
I like more the humble guys like Khabib. You can't take anything away from Khabib. You know what I mean? But pretty much any of these guys who accomplish these superhuman feats where people look at him and they go, how the fuck does he do that? You just got to remember, he's just a man. He's got a chin, 2 arms and 2 legs, just like I do.
Dude, okay. So I remember one of the things I wanted to say. And so one thing that's been bothering me a lot lately is when fighters are like cool, but then they end up being dicks. Or like they come off like Kamaru Usman is an example right now. Like his last thing where he was acting, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like they end up being like mean and rude and like fake. And like it's like
fake
turn
shit
off, dude. And like people don't like it's just like like what the fuck? Like he didn't need to do that. There's another way to go about it. Like talking is one thing, but like you can tell when it's like fake. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can look at a dude like Connor and you could tell he's been talking shit his whole life.
Yeah, that's fucking like he is who he is. You know, he's not trying to be something he's not.
When you go out there and you're changing your personality, people see right through that shit, man.
You know,
they see right through that shit.
Like my favorite fighter right now, to be honest, the one I want to see the most is fucking Colby Covington. Say what you will. Say what you will. But I'm a Colby Covington fan, dude.
Hey, it's entertaining. This is the fight business. This is the fight business. People got to remember that. It's a business, and he's making moves, man. I like it. I'm excited for his next one, too.
Yeah. I was sad that fucking him and Tyron ain't fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping. I would be really upset if Kamaru Usman beat fucking Tyron Woodley.
Not gonna happen. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't know, but Kamaru kind of has a good tank, and he's a boring, well-rounded fighter. You know. Definitely. And so it would suck if he ended up winning. But
definitely. There's always the, I call it the banana peel factor, you know, no matter how hard you train, no matter, you know, you get all the stars could align, but there might just be that little wet spot or that banana peel in there and you just slip one time and get caught with something. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's always a possibility. So you got to watch your back. You got to stay alert in there. You know, you got to stay sharp.
Yeah, you know you're a good balance, dude. You're like, as far as like your body, you have reach. You have good attributes. You're not too muscly. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so you look like a Power Ranger. You look like a little fighting, I don't want to say doll, but
no,
like
I feel you. I feel you.
Little toys.
We'll go with action figure.
Yeah,
we'll go with action figure.
That's the guy exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Bro, you look like an action figure.
There we go. Actually, I'll share a video with you the other day. My mom actually snuck into the house while I was training on the bag. I didn't hear her. And she got a video and scared the shit out of me. And I immediately like jump into a crane pose. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Well, now I know that my crane pose is on point. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, man, I've been doing this since I was little. So now it's just a part of me, you know?
So it's a 3-round. So February 16th, Saturday night. What time is it?
The card starts at 6, and I am going to be the 4th fight on the card, I believe. It's going to be at the Hard Rock, Atlantic City, and yeah, man, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time.
At 6, you said Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. Okay. Yes, sir. The listing should be on UFC Fight Pass, just like we said.
So, if we want to watch the fight, we need to. So we go on UFC Fight Pass, and there's a 7-day trial, people. Right?
Yep, free trial.
You sign up, and then Is there a link somewhere there, or what? Like, do you know where to go?
Oh, it'll be as soon as you go on Fight Pass, it'll be right there. And for the 7-day trial, you guys can sign up and you can cancel within 7 days if you don't want to have to pay.
So I'm talking
You
about
know, you
after
might.
you sign up. In order, where do we go to actually click the fight that you're on? Like,
Oh,
you know
you
where that
just
would be?
you'll just type in CFFC and it'll be right there. It'll be right there on the list of shows since it's a live event. You know, they put everything
Okay.
that's live and happening right up front.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell
Definitely. And this will be my 3rd fight on the UFC Fight Pass. So those guys up there, the brass at that company, they have people specially employed just to watch all of these. So you know, if you got a fight on there, they got eyes on you. So it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, well, dude, you got some special traits for sure.
Thank you, my man.
You know,
Thank you,
if
man.
I don't know if it means much, but like the only advice I would say I could give is, you know, it's pull out you already we know you're intelligent and everything, and man, if you get a couple style points,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
something, man.
Hell yeah. Nice. Yeah, man, I'm gonna pull that trigger if I see that
And then I'm
opportunity.
not gonna be able to afford you, man. You guys are gonna be asking me for thousands, and I'm gonna be like, I can't.
Shit. I think you might be right up there with us, man. The way things are looking for you.
Oh shit.
Shoot.
It ain't all daisies, man.
No, I
It
feel
ain't all
you.
daisies.
I
But
feel you.
bro.
I
I
feel
feel
you.
you. You know what I'm saying? Well, is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Oh
Or
yeah,
anything you
man.
want to get
Just
off your chest? Do you want to tell, Rizzo to? Nah, I'll tell it.
nah,
Fuck Ron
yeah,
Rizzo.
man.
You're going down like a clown. And
Oh shit.
Jasha might not say it. Josh's he's the better man, bigger man. I'll be the smaller man.
I try.
Your
I
ass gonna
try.
get whooped. You're gonna be drained, boy. You're
I
gonna
try.
get drained. You don't got what we got. You know, is he shorter than you?
We're the same height.
Same height. What about reach?
Same height, yep. I'm pretty sure I think I might have the reach on him.
You know, dude,
I got the
looked
reach
him
on him.
up and I couldn't find anything like
Yeah,
so-
this will be his first pro fight. My second pro fight, but the last guy I fought, he had 4 pro fights. So everything, what goes around comes around,
So he's gonna be nervous.
Exactly.
I used to get, before every single wrestling match though, bro, I would get the fucking biggest butterflies. And I wrestled like 125, 135. And the worst is when you had to wrestle a girl too. There was one time.
Oh, that is the worst. It's a no-win situation. It's a no-win situation. And those girls work harder than the dudes because they got something to prove.
They're always weak though. But dude, my boy, in front of damn near the whole school, he was 103 pounds, right? Had this girl pinned, and she bridged it so much and turned him around, and we saw it coming. I was like, dude, turn.
Damn, no.
She pinned him, and he quit.
Man.
He quit.
Oh.
And he was so good. He was a good wrestler, and he quit. No one even cared. There was one match I think I had to wrestle a girl like 4 times, and thankfully I won every one. But there was one where I had this liquid shit feeling where I was about to
Oh
liquid out
no!
my ass. And at first I felt it before the match, right? And I was like, fuck, I need to go handle this. But then it went away, and then I was like, fuck, now I'm wrestling this girl. In the middle of the match, I was puckering my ass. She would shoot on me, and I would sprawl out. And I would just, all I could do was keep her down and sprawl. And like, I was just holding my shit in. The girl got pinned by every other dude. She would just keep shooting on me, and I would hold her down.
Oh my goodness.
Just trying to knock shit. And
oh my
it
goodness.
was the longest fucking wrestling match I ever had in my life. It went all 3 rounds. And then, of course, after it, Didn't have to shit. Wrestled everything else.
Of course.
Problems.
Of course. I actually have a funny story. I saw a kid, he was in the pinning position and his singlet ripped open.
Oh.
And his balls and dick came completely out while he was in the pinning situation. But the ref was on the other side trying to measure, so he didn't see. So this dude was flailing his legs. His penis and dick are just out for the whole auditorium to see. And this ref is just sitting here trying to measure the pin, so he's not seeing anything. And we're all just like, oh my God, I could not imagine.
His little dick is
Oh man, I'm sure it was mortifying for him, but it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness.
I have a couple stories too. There's one I want to tell, but it might get me in some trouble. I want to tell it so bad too. Oh man, but I would get shit for it. I know it.
No, I know. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, we might have to save that for another one.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. His little dick. Was it some little white kid?
Oh no, he was. I think he might have been Hispanic.
Oh man,
he might have been Hispanic. Yeah, I think he was actually a Hispanic kid. But yeah, man. Just like you said, just if you guys, anybody listening, anybody watching this later, just follow me on Instagram. I am at Ironman _ Vann VANN.
I'll put it in the description too.
Awesome. And like I said before, the basement flooded. I woke up to about 3 feet of water. Horrible. So we're taking donations. You guys can follow us on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/JashaVann. And yeah, man, just throw that stuff up in there in the description for me. We're also at www.jashavann.com. And we do health recipes. We do private lessons, everything, man. You know, we're trying to get Delaware on the map.
What do you mean health recipes?
Oh, like I said, you know, like I used to wrestle in high school. I wrestled at 160 and I used to kill myself to get down to 160. You know, I was walking around about 175, just not eating right, you know, unhealthy. Now I walk around at about 55, you know, so it was just learning what to actually put in my body, learning how things reacted, you know, and everybody's different. But a lot of people just don't have anybody to tell them what's necessarily good for them, what's bad for them.
This is all on your website?
Yeah, I mean, and anybody who, like I said, we have sponsors helping put it up. You know, a lot of that stuff is just getting started, but
is it up
hopefully,
is your website online?
Yep.
What's your website?
It's up and running. www.jashavann.com. That's JASHAVANN.com.
Let's pull it up here. Let's take a look. See here real quick.
Yep, and you could just put in your email and just send me any type of questions. You know, do private lessons on the side.
Look who's under the sponsors.
Oh yeah, man, you're on there. Yeah, you haven't seen it yet.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Okay, we got
Hell yeah,
Instagram here. It's okay, cool. This is cool. Listen to the podcast. 20%
definitely.
Services. Okay, photo gallery. Kissing the bitches. You got the Iron Man. Is that your nickname? What do you go by?
Jasha Iron Man Vann.
Jasha Iron Man Vann, man.
Hell yeah.
Man.
It's about being well-rounded, you know? It's all about being well-rounded.
Shit,
you know?
You got Goku and the octopus. You got
hell yeah, man. It's still a work in progress, you know? It's still a work in progress. I lost my Mac, you know? So that's why we're just, we're taking up Patreon. Just anything could help, you know? But like I said, man, it's a good cause. We're supporting local businesses, you know? And yeah, man, one way to the top, like I said.
February 16th. We're going to have a live watch party. We'll
awesome,
have
man.
all the details. And so we're going to see. We got to figure out this betting situation. Maybe we can do a little exclusive
definitely.
Business.
Definitely. I would love that. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get all that up. And then, you know, from there, we're rolling everything out. Big things are coming, my man.
Right on. Well,
big things are coming.
I think we should do this again, maybe after the fight.
Definitely, I'm down.
So let's maybe shoot for episode chapter 2 coming to you soon.
Awesome.
And yeah, man, thanks for being here. We're gonna kick
Thank
some
you for
ass.
having me, Crypto.
Yeah, bro, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, so I appreciate it, and we're all rooting for you.
Thank you, man. Anytime.
All right, brother. God bless you.
You too. Peace out.